that President Trump said, basically, if Russia is not serious about peace talks, within 50 days he will slam secondary sanctions on countries like India, China and Brazil. So my encouragement to these three countries particularly is, if you live now in Beijing or in Delhi, or you are the president of Brazil, you might want to take a look into this, because this might hit you very hard. So please make the phone call to Vladimir Putin and tell him that he has to get serious about peace talks, because otherwise this will slam back on Brazil, on India and on China in a massive way. So I think it was a very smartly, wisely designed announcement yesterday by President Trump, but also the weapons I think is very important, and we will find the money in Europe to make sure that Ukraine has what it needs to be in the best possible position during these peace talks as soon as they...
Yes, the
super tariffs.
The Graham-Blumenthal sanctions bill, I'm a co-sponsor of that. We have 85 bipartisan co-sponsors in the Senate. I think we should have taken it up months ago and pass it, because I think it sends a very strong message. And one of the things that I thought was positive about the President's statements yesterday was he talked about the importance of secondary sanctions on those countries that are helping to fund Russia's war machine: China, India, Brazil. And I think we need to send a very strong message to them that we don't think that's acceptable, and we think they need to pay.
I think you want me to come straight to the ENP side, but I would like to set that in the context of our own demand. Today, we consume 5.6 million barrels of crude a day. If I go by the estimates of organizations like OPEC, some others based elsewhere in Europe, they say that in the next 2 decades, 25% of the increase in global demand will come from India. And I think it's an OPEC estimation that by 2045, that's 2 decades from now, India will be consuming 11 million barrels of crude per day.
You're the belle of the ball in that time frame.
It's not surprising. We have a large population base. We're growing at 6.5%. Energy, or an assessment of the energy consumption, is always a reasonably good indicator of how the economy overall is faring. And I think the Indian situation, the facts speak for themselves. Before I go to ENP, let me also tell you that we have an additional challenge, in the sense that we have developmental challenges. We have a population of 1.4 billion people. We supply clean cooking gas, both the cylinder LPG, which is the product of refineries, and natural gas from pipelines, to something like 330 million people in the first category.